Hello, welcome to Prime Sports with me, Razak Musbau, and let's start off from the office of the Ghana Football Association because they today launched the Ghana Football School at the headquarters of the association's room in Accra. Now, the introduction of the GFA school is one of the association's ways of improving capacity building in the football ecosystem. One of the challenges that were identified following the start of the tenure of the current president, Kurt Ekweku. Now, my colleague Joy Sports, Lawrence Baidu, was there and did come through with this report.
The introduction of the Ghana Football Association School is one of the association's ways of improving capacity building and skill training in the football ecosystem, a challenge it identified following the start of their tenure. Speaking at the launch, President of the Ghana FA revealed the FA School will be a chance for former footballers to improve their skill sets and contribute to the development of the game in the country. With no certified endorsements currently required for people to occupy positions in the football ecosystem, Ekweku has said that individuals who want to pursue sporting roles will benefit from the introduction of the Ghana Football School in order to ensure success at all levels.
This is the best opportunity and chance we can create for our ex-footballers who have a lot to offer than they are currently offering. The Ghana Football School will be working with all the institutions to see how best we can support our legends to get themselves at the right levels that they so desire, to have a career pathway beyond what they had on the football pitch. I know there are a lot of ex-players, male and female, who would want to go into governance of the game. For example, the Ghana Football School, working with all the institutions here, will make this possible. Yes, we will make this possible. If it's about arranging for rebates, for discounts, to make it affordable to our heroes, we will. Because governance is a key part of management of football. If you want to be an agent, the Ghana Football School, working with our close partners, will offer you the right levels of education. If you want to go into merchandising, this platform, this vehicle, these partnerships we're going to create will give you the opportunity to know more and to have the right levels of network. This is the value the Ghana Football School brings to the table.
The FA will be running the project together with top-level educational institutions in Ghana, like the University of Ghana, University of Professional Studies Accra, Kwame Nkrumah University of Science and Technology, GIMPA, as well as the China Aero Business School of Africa and the Sunyani Technical University.
Now, away from that, today is exactly 1 year since the Disciplinary Committee of the Ghana Football Association imposed sanctions on Inter-Allies and Ashanti Gold for their involvement in a match for convenience in the 2021-22 season of the Ghana Premier League. Now, in this special report, we reminisce on the incident and explore the impact the sanctions have had on the game since they were imposed.
The decision for the GFA to ban Ashanti Gold and Inter-Allies Football Club 1 year in, Musbau, I really do think that it was the right thing to do. In a country where we had seen a lot of corruption in our football and really wanted to nip it in the bud. I think that was a step in the right direction. It was only good that GFA did stamp their feet and make sure that they apply the rules tough on everybody. On the part of Ashanti Gold, they up till now, they are taking the case to CAS. They are not playing the Division 2 league because the GFA had banned them as a member of the association. So pending that meeting with at Congress, we'll see if Ashgold are going to play in the Division 2 or not. But I think that they should have played in the Division 2 like Inter Allies are doing. They are playing and they are finding their way back to it. I think that we need a society, and especially in our football, which we've seen a lot of ills and rots in it for a very long time. It's only right that we nip it in the bud and make sure that whoever is found culprit of the law is being brought to book and done. Make sure that it serves as a deterrent to almost every club. So for me, it was a step in the right direction because the evidence was there, was clear, and then here we are now. It doesn't mean that we're not going to see other cases of corruption in our league, but then it only means that we are making sure that we are trying to do the right thing in our league for us. So generally, I think that I agree with the GFA making sure they crack the whip on Ashgold and Inter Allies. Thank you.
However, and as expected, the sanctions were challenged, with both teams appealing against the disciplinary committee's verdict. In August 2022, the Professional Football Association of Ghana, acting on behalf of some 21 affected players, secured a temporary suspension of the ban on the players through the Court of Arbitration of Sports. This paved way for the said players to register and participate in the next season of the league. Then, in September of the same year, Ashanti Gold struck again, placing an injunction on the start of the league. This was eventually overturned in October, and the club was subsequently suspended by the Executive Committee of the Ghana Football Association for dealing with banned officials of the club. That is, club chairman Kweku Frimpong and chief executive officer Emmanuel Frimpong, who had been suspended 10 and 8 years respectively for match fixing. So, to what extent has these sanctions on Inter Allies and Ashanti Gold helped cleanse the football industry in Ghana? Sports journalists Daniel Cranton and Bismarck Ayala share their thoughts.
So we need to commend the GFA for the stern action they took. There was some criticism that might have taken a bit long, that is granted. But once they brought out the verdict and you read the reports that they released in conjunction with the sanctions they gave both clubs, you could see it was a thorough work done. So then you could also understand the length in time that they took. Very thorough work, very thorough investigation. And they came out with such a stern punishment. Both teams demoted, and a couple of their senior executive members also punished individually. And the thing is, this is the sort of punishment we want to see for those responsible, getting huge punishment, very stern punishment that will deter others. And since then, yes, we've seen some allegations fly here and there, but it has not been as glaring as what we saw between Inter Allies and Ashanti Gold. So you can say to some regard that punishment has sort of deterred others from following suit. If you look at the Ghana Premier League over the years, this is willing to fight to the very end of the league. At the top, we've seen some very close clashes between the teams at the top. At the bottom of the table also, we've seen some very interesting competitive games that are true to the spirit of sport. So we can say that, yes, you don't expect one punishment or one incident to completely drive something that has been a canker during the past couple of years, but it has taken a huge step to sort of reduce the glaring allegations and glaring situations of match fixing that we've seen in the Ghana football over the years.
After number 12 and the work of the normalization committee, it was obvious that the biggest problem for any FA to inherit was how to restore integrity to our game. The public interest, the corporate interest has all been lost from the number 12 documentary. So the Ashgold Inter Allies case was a test case for any FA, and I think the severity of the punishment was enough message that was sent across. It's left with a lot of room for improvement, though. It's left with the clubs and all stakeholders to come together and make sure that we do the right things and push our game away from these issues that affect the integrity. So yes, there are still more room for improvement, but I think the severity of the punishment was enough statement to show us the political will of this FA to, as it is, restore the integrity to our game. They need to do more, and we are expecting them to do more. I think they need to be very, very conscious and consistent about investigations into these betting accusations and deal with it severely.
Meanwhile, according to Yusuf Chipsa of the Professional Football Association of Ghana on the status of the case at the Court of Arbitration of Sports, hearing has been concluded with the verdict expected in the shortest possible time.
I think we had a hearing last month. We did the hearing here. The players came to our boardroom. The FA was also represented by their lawyer, now Odufole. We also had our lawyers from FIFPro who represented us, and so now we are just waiting for the verdict from the arbitrators.
It means that we are close to finalizing the
Oh yeah. We are. I mean, since hearing has been done, it's close to finalizing. We're just waiting for what the final decision is going to be.
But based on what you heard, are you positive that the careers of these footballers will continue?
Yeah, we are positive because we think there wasn't enough evidence against the players. But again, we also wouldn't want to speak much since the verdict is not out.
Yeah.
That is why even after the hearing, we've not made any comments or we've not spoken about it. So
I think I'm the first person to hear that the hearing has taken place.
Yeah.
Mufta is very good with the exclusives, you know that.
so let's wait patiently and see how it goes. But the good thing is all the players had they were granted the stay of execution, and that is why they are all being able to ply their trade. They are playing. That is a good thing, because it would have been a very big disaster if the players were still home and couldn't partake in the ongoing season. That would have been a very big disappointment. But it's good that the stay of execution was granted and they are being active now. So let's hope.
Meanwhile, it remains to be seen if the once Premier League champions Ashanti Gold will ever make a return to football in Ghana. But for Inter Allies, they are currently on course to play in the Division 2 Sub-Middle League as they continue their quest to qualify to the Division 1 League. For Joy Sports, Razak Musbau. Now, the UEFA Champions League semi-final second leg between Inter Milan and AC Milan is underway at the San Siro, with Inter Milan leading by 3-0, having taken the lead 2 goals lead in the first leg, and also currently leading by 1-0 in the second leg. Now, Joy Sports Perhaps series viewing experience is also underway at the Bayview Village at Hacho around Medina, and my colleague Lawrence Baidu is currently stationed there and joins us for some update. Lawrence, bring us up to speed. What's happening at the Bayview Village? Because we know Inter Milan are on course to make it to the finals of the Champions League.
Musbau, as you rightly mentioned, Inter look on course to book a final slot for the first time since 2010. Now, we complained about the start of the game from AC Milan in the first leg. In the second leg, they played quite better in the first half, but they were not able to take the chances that fell to Brahim Diaz and Rafael Leao, who was coming into the game, as I mentioned last week, encounter. And the second half was also going quite well, but then AC Milan went to quit in the 70th and 80th minute mark, and then Inter Milan bringing on Lukaku, utilized the opportunity that fell their way, full of time to score the third of the tie. So Inter looked quite ready to make a final appearance. Now, what's happening here at the game here at Arena? We started the game with quite a number of people, but after Inter Milan scored the third goal of the tie, you don't expect them. They thought the tie is already done, and then it's time to go to sleep and then prepare for tomorrow's starter. So that is the bit of update that we have here at the game. It was actually a good run of first half that we witnessed here, with fans looking all excited for the game. But then the third goal from Inter Milan in the tie looked to kill most of the confidence from these fans who have actually departed. And then we have quite a number of them here, not as much as we started with from the first half.
I mean, of course, we know Bayview is a very lively place. What has been the reception over there since, the game started?
It was quite good. I think we spoke to some of the fans at halftime who were excited that they were here to watch the game with them. So it looks quite interesting until that both of the time was there. So actually, Bayview has been a good environment for us to show these games, and then we look forward to another exciting one tomorrow at University. But in Bayview, until the third goal was quite good.
I mean, of course, you just mentioned that you're looking forward to an exciting one tomorrow at Oliver Twist. I mean, tell me more about that.
We saw the first leg encounter where we watched the game from Portuguese. We saw the excitement on the faces of both sets of fans, the Manchester City fans and the Real Madrid fans. Well, for the Manchester City fans, they saw Etihad is a good place to win the game, because last season that is where they beat Real Madrid 4-3 and they went on to lose at the Bernabeu. So once they've been able to grab a draw at the Bernabeu this time around, they thought Etihad will be a good omen for them. But don't rule out the fact that Real Madrid have also performed better away from home this season. And then an interesting fact I will leave you with is the fact that Real Madrid have not lost on a Wednesday in the Champions League this season. So it's one for Manchester City fans to ponder. But then if you look at Manchester City's record at home in the 2014 games, they've won, they scored 49 and then they've conceded only 7. So it tells you the kind of atmosphere they built around Etihad Stadium. So we look forward to an interesting game tomorrow.
Well, Lawrence, thanks very much. Of course, we'll reconnect to you tomorrow at the Oliver Twist shack there at Latabia Koshi. You want to join the team there for that game between Real Madrid and Manchester City. And well, that's it. But we'll leave you with Sports Bite. And there's more on myjoeonline.com/sports. My name is Razak Musbau. Thanks for watching.